Somehow it always seems that I'm dreaming of something I can never be. It doesn't matter to me, 'cause I will always be that pimp that I see in all of my fantasies. I don't know your fudging name, so what? Let's screwing might be the only way that I can truly be free from my fudged up reality. So I dream and stroke it harder, 'cause it's so fun to see my face staring back at me. I don't know your heckin' name, so what? Let's make love. All day I dream about sex. All day I dream about loving. All day I dream about loving. All day I dream about sex. Yes, all day I dream about sex. And all day I dream about sex. Yes, all day I dream about sex. And all day I dream about sex. Yes, all day I dream about sex. And all day I dream about sex. Yes, all day I dream about sex. All day I dream about sex. All day I dream about loving. Oh, 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 oh. All day I dream about sex. All day I dream about loving. All day I dream about sex. All day I dream about loving.
This is Console Wars, the card game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars, the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now. This is Xbox Era. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/Xbox Era. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Everything Xbox Zero does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/Xbox Zero, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Headlines, Xbox Series twice weekly show that covers all the latest and greatest from across the video game industry. Today's date is October the 21st of 2025. I'm your host, John, and joining me as always is reviews editor Jesse Norris.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm really tired.
It's all changed around here, mate. I'm also feeling pretty crapped out.
It's been a crazy 2 months for us, I think you could say.
Yeah, this feels like the cap at the end of it.
Yeah, because November's beautifully normal.
Chill.
Yeah.
It's chill.
And thank you, Andrew
chill
Seeley Bell, for the gifted sub. Congratulations to Townie's End. He wins all the time.
Ah, well deserved. Lovely to see everybody. Missed you all. New digs, obviously. People that were expecting me to be like streaming out of a cardboard box on the side of the road.
You're
Fret not. Yeah, maybe. This is what is being affectionately known as the green room.
The Rumble-thon, because every time you move your desk, your camera shakes.
Yeah, it's probably because I've got my arms on it. I try not to do that. But yeah, this is going to be the new haunt. I've got a little bit more room, actually, this time. And if I just spin the camera, that is my TV. It's going to go up on that wood wall, so I'm doing that after this show. I couldn't get it done in time because I'm still waiting on the bracket to come from Amazon. But I've got a little bit more space. There's a lot of natural light in here. I should be quite comfortable. But by tomorrow, there'll be a nice little TV unit. I'll have all the consoles there. Everything will be lovely.
I have a console right there. Oh, wait, it's not a console. It's a PC. I'm an idiot, and I bought one for work. It's not something I would need to use much, but it's already gotten to use. Mort says, Jesse can get tired. It's like, yes. This is the type of week it happens where, without planning it, there are 4 day one Game Pass releases, and I'm somehow reviewing all 4 of them. It wasn't planned.
No.
But the very first one, which was going to be the main topic, but then I don't know, I didn't know if it would grab enough people, was that you and I have been playing and beaten Ninja Gaiden 4.
I haven't beaten Ninja Gaiden 4 yet.
One.
Sorry.
I'm
about halfway through.
It was a you and I, not just both. So.
Yeah. But I'm really enjoying Ninja Gaiden 4.
I saw some very angry at it reviews. Like, not, oh, I just didn't like it, but just some like mad ones. Like, I don't know. I feel like I played a different game than some people again, but overall it's at an 82 on OpenCritic. It was funny. I was talking to Jez, and I told him that I figured it would probably end up low 80s after starting mid 80s, and it got as high as 84 and has gone as low as 81. So I feel once again like it's pretty easy to predict how things are going to review.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not the type of game to get a 10 from many people.
No.
Get a couple here and there, and that means its aggregate's just always going to be lower than the biggest.
I think it's a release that knows exactly what it is, right? Like, when I previewed this back in before Gamescom, right? I was like, it's got some very late noughties game design kind of ethos in it. We've got yellow paint everywhere. Everything is effectively some big corridors. There's no open world. It's pretty linear. It is a Ninja Gaiden game. Like, it doesn't have as much, let's say, complicated or weird circuitous maps that Ninja Gaiden 2 had, for example, where you could kind of like in a place and you go through different, you can kind of connect back in a kind of almost Metroidvania style way. It doesn't have that. It is more linear, but
it cannot be denied that the combat itself is just, it is slick as fuck. Like Platinum and Team Ninja have done an incredibly good job.
It is funny. I see a lot of people like, man, it's really ugly sometimes. Like it's very boxy and square, and the environments don't always wow you. But I think that's the trade-off. If you want very pretty Quixel scan Unreal Engine 5 stuff, you are not going to get the performance you have in this game. Like in the Ally X, you can lock this thing to 60 really easy, and it just runs amazingly well and looks clean while doing so. Like that is the Platinum engine. The Platinum engine can look really nice at times, but for the most part, it's going for what's the art style,
responsiveness,
and how good does it feel, and it feels amazing, even on a Series S.
Yeah, I've been playing this predominantly on the Xbox Ally X, and I'm just genuinely stunned a lot of the time. Like, I found the nice balance, and we included it in the review, was, you know, running it at kind of like 40 FPS performance mode, so 17 watt, and it feels great. So, like, if you want 60 FPS, it can do it. All right,
if you're willing to use some of their tools. So I've actually been running everything at 900p, then using Radeon Super Resolution to upscale it to 1080. Have fluid motion frames on and have anti-lag on. And like with the fluid motion frames and the handheld settings, like in Doom, the Dark Ages, it was like 80 FPS pretty often with no perceptible input lag, no artifacting. It just looked and ran incredibly well. Same with this one, locked 60 at the upscale to 1080, and that was before I even did the fluid motion frame. So, but yeah,
I have also been enjoying it at 240 FPS on my PC.
Yeah,
and like it supports ultra wide. It's got all of that stuff, and I'm just like, this is good.
It never dropped from 120 from me, and it does have the 120 mode on Xbox, but I wouldn't recommend that if you're on a 4K screen. It gets very fuzzy, but it feels better. So if you're like a 1440p or a 1080p screen, then that 120 mode is great on console. It's just an incredibly fast game with on normal difficulty. It's definitely challenging, but as I bumped it up and then unlocked was it Master Ninja, I think, after beating it, and it's like, holy shit, yeah, you can't get hit then. You've got to focus entirely on survival. I saw some people complaining that like the fodder enemies take too long. It's like they can if you're probably just doing the same couple of moves over and over again. There are definitely things you unlock in combos that I don't know specifically, but it felt like they worked better against certain enemies and certain weapons worked better against them. And I could kill things in like 3 seconds with one weapon and 10 seconds with another. So there's a lot of learning and a lot of combos to learn, but they're always the same inputs, which I think makes it a lot easier. So you might have to remember this weapon does this when I use, full circle Y, but this weapon does this when I use full circle Y, or if I'm holding left trigger and then press forward and right bumper. Like, it's always the same inputs. So once you get used to them, it just plays incredibly well. Yeah. Music's great. I know the story is not good, but it's not bad, which I think is a bonus for Ninja Gaiden games.
The franchise in general.
Because Platinum is good at stories and voice work and music in a way that Team Ninja has never been. So it's like you're going from like an F or a D to a C or a B. Like, especially in the music's like an A. But Ninja Gaiden's had good music in the past. There's full-on rock tracks with friggin' singing and shit, and it should be cheesy, but it worked for me. I don't know why.
The whole thing works. I think, outside of the kind of old school level design chops and, a few nitpicks, the only other thing that I think kind of lowers it a little bit is it can get, because of the very nature of the game, it can get a bit repetitive.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the way we play it. The way we have to play it for coverage is I just played it for a day straight, beat it, got it done, and I think a lot of people are in that right now where, if it's getting repetitive, you just go do something else. Like maybe you pop on a friggin' run a ball pit or do something else. But when you're having to cover it, I think the feeling will always come through, and it's always going to be the way it is, that you're not getting the same experience most people who just buy a game and want it to last as long as they can will end up having, which gets lost in a lot of reviews because you didn't pay for it. but you're paying with time, and your time is precious, and so you're trying to use as little as possible quite often. And I think that comes through sometimes. And I think we try really hard to avoid it because we do know, yep, didn't pay for the game, but I am paying in dozens and dozens of hours of time to try and have as good a written and video review. And I always find when you have to do a video review versus you're just playing it and then talking about it on camera and you're not even writing something up, I don't know, it just feels like something's always lost in that for me. I'm not a big fan of those. I played it and now I'm going to talk about it on a podcast type of. That's the only coverage you do. Yeah, it's not a review.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not either. It doesn't count as a review for me. Like, because you can get your thoughts in order, but like there's something to be said for kind of like really putting pen on paper.
Yeah, because you got to sit
formulating
down.
it all out.
We sit down, we think about it, we write it out, and then everyone on the team goes over it and gives their 2 cents. I guess that can also fall into being a bit formulaic sometimes, because I know I've definitely caught myself. I've tried to change up my cadence and the way I cover things here and there to make it more appropriate to each game. Where it's not just, here's the backstory, here's the controls and gameplay, here's the story, or here's the graphics, here's the story, done. Like trying to mix it up. And I feel like a lot of times those podcasts, people just come in with like a quote that they have stuck in their head, and that's really all. They just keep making that same point over and over again. But that's a whole dissertation on games coverage and the way it works.
It's all dumb shit anyway.
Yeah, I mean, in
Like,
the end,
it's
already,
toys
it was
for
out an
kids.
hour later. People were able to play it and see for themselves. Kepper, which we'll talk about after this, was right at launch. Like, I know a lot of people look at embargo timings as something really important. Like, oh shit, if it's a late embargo, it's probably not good. It's like, no,
Means
because
nothing.
yeah, there's a good chance if it's a late embargo, then the code might have come in late, or they really just want to give people as much time as possible, or in the case of this one, they wanted it to be live when they were awake, because it's a Japanese
They want
developed
to see
game.
the reactions.
Yeah, it went live at like
Yeah.
7 a.m. Japan time, and they wanted to be up and see it as a team and stuff. So if it's like a full week early, like Ghost of Yote was, and you can be pretty sure they're probably confident, outside of that, generally doesn't mean anything. But yeah, I really enjoyed Ninja Gaiden 4. As someone who has not liked the series since Black.
Yeah,
two is
it's
good.
a solid
Not
return.
great. Yeah.
2 is good.
Yeah.
But it is a
2 Black is very
solid,
good.
well scoped, well made return for this franchise. Now, I don't mind Yakumo the more I've played as him,
Mm-hmm.
but look, let's all be honest here. The next time they make one of these, if we're lucky enough to get Ninja Gaiden 5, let's return to the.
When
to
was the last
Ryu.
time it
And
was
do
only
wanna
Ryu?
see- I know, but I want it to be. All right, I'm just
I know.
I'm putting that idea out. Into
I
the
think
universe.
Yakumo plays better, but it's because he's more fleshed out. Ryu is insanely powerful. Like, he is a bully, which makes sense. They literally call him the Super Ninja and everything in it. Like, he is insanely strong and fun to play as, and he just has, the one main sword. I know people are annoyed about that, but like once he has that is supposed to be really the only
the fully
thing he
leveled up
needs.
dragon sword. Yeah.
That is like the sword. And the Raven Clan are all about their gadgets and everything, and instead of using any of those tools, Ryu just runs on water and crazy shit, like, because he's so goddamn strong. Like, and you get to play him through was it 2 or 3 levels during the campaign, but then you can go back and play every level as him after, and adding in, want to up your scores and do all this stuff. Like, there's 14 or so regular hours of content if you just care about seeing the credits. But if you want to go through, replay on hard with all your upgrades, because they both do have upgrades. Ryu has a few things here and there, like moves and stuff. Some more health he can find, but Yakumo has a ton of upgrades. Also, Ryu's Nimpo is insanely powerful. Like, holy shit, you can take away a quarter of a boss's health with one. It's an awesome game. I really enjoyed it, but it's one of those games that has a ceiling where it's like, this genre is never going to score above, like, the very best ever, and it would probably be an 85 in this modern era.
I like it. I like it a lot, and it's another one in a crazy year for Xbox, a crazy month for Xbox.
Crazily diverse.
I love the range of games that they make. I don't think Microsoft as a publisher, Xbox as a publisher, gets enough credit.
No, they get
variety
shit
of
on for it,
genres.
actually, more than credit.
Where's my cinematic movie game?
Yeah.
Anyway, elsewhere this week, if you missed it on Friday, Keeper released on Game Pass, Double Fine Productions' latest game from the mind behind Rad and Stacking, which is I always want to say Tom Petty, Free Falling, Lee Petty,
Not Lee Pace.
and no, but I really really loved it. Like I didn't like love it. Like I on Inside Baseball, I nearly did give it a 9 as well. But I as soon as I got the code, I had that done in one sitting, and then I sat and I ruminated on it for a while. I sat and chewed the fat, as they say, and thought, is it a 9 in my head? And don't get me wrong, as I'm playing it, I'm like, oh wow, and all of this stuff. And again, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody if you haven't had a chance to play through it yet.
Some reviews are just like, then you do this, and then you go and you do this. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just you don't have to say the exact thing.
It ruins it, honestly, because it is so
it's an
important that you go
experience.
in.
Yeah.
Exactly. And as I'm playing it, I'm like, it was blowing my mind regularly and just shrieks of delight and gasps. And I'm just like, this is such a neat thing. So I'm super glad to see it do really well for critically. I don't know how well it's going to do commercially or in terms of play numbers. I think it's a very much
people are pointing out
Game Pass will do it well.
Yeah, its Steam
it's
CCUs
not
were like
so
200, which is like it's also 5 hours long, so there's not going to normally be that many people playing it at the same time. So
20,000 people. But it's great, and if you haven't played it, you should. And if you're considering it and you're like, oh, is it for me? It's like 5 hours long, and it's such a cool experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get through it
smart.
later in the year. I'm starting to get the 4-year consideration emails, and so this will. Like, I want to play Yote and all that, but I don't have a PS5, so I won't be able to. But we'll have our game of the year.
Quick shout out, super chat from Sem. Bam! $5. Thank you. Greetings, chaps. John, saw the message about your house. Really tough, that. Hope all will be good. Cheers from a fellow writer from Alt Char. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's all going to be okay. At the end of the day, it's just bricks and mortar.
It has its positives and its negatives. Sucks to not have your own place, but there are benefits.
It's temporary, baby.
Yeah.
This time next year, we'll all be millionaires driving around in Ferraris. It'll be fine. But yeah, elsewhere, the news is we're gonna dive into that now. But just a reminder, the crazy month of Xbox continues. We've had Keeper, we've had Ninja Gaiden 4 now, and it's out now. You can play it on Game Pass and buy it everywhere else. But soon enough, we've got Power Wash Simulator 2 coming to Game Pass. We've got Bounty Star coming to Game Pass. And of course, Obsidian's next big game, the third that they've released this year, The Outer Worlds 2, arrives in early access. Is it later this week?
It is on Friday if you've either paid the $30. $30 for a season pass, which gets you 2 expansions and some other stuff, or you bought the $90 premium edition. And that's out on the 24th. There hasn't been a Game Pass drop yet. There normally would have been one an hour and 20 minutes ago. So we'll see if they do one today.
What else are they
going
to throw at us?
Well, it's Power Wash Simulator 2, Bounty Star both come out on Thursday. Then Outer Worlds 2 Early Access Friday, or the 29th for everyone else. And then 1,000 times Resist on November 4th, which would also be a part of this. Outside of that, I think there's like one other little thing. I forget the name of it, but yeah, just there are too many day ones for us to cover all of them. Also, like Painkiller just came in, and that's out today, but we just got the code, and I don't see any reviews for it anywhere. So Gyotso, knowing him, he'll be pretty quick with it. Got other team members working on other things. Can't say exactly what. You're not always allowed to say, unfortunately. That has been one of the nice things with Microsoft, even if people really suck at following embargoes, because a full day before Ninja Gaiden's embargo, 2 reviews and like a full breakdown of the game technically both went up. But I think that was actually, it's not the people, it was the local PR had put the 20th 1 a.m. on the 20th. One was actually 1 a.m. on the 21st for them because of time zones. So an unfortunate confluence of events, but yeah. There's just so much, man. It's
Ooh.
my favorite thing to do, doing the reviews, but it is a lot. What are you oohing at?
A package was delivered today, but at my old address.
Oh, oops.
At 9:05 this morning, and I don't know where it is because I've been there. I was there this morning, so I didn't see that. So now I'm confused. Maybe it's with a neighbour, but I want to go find it because I can't say what it is, but I'm intrigued by it, and I will share more on Friday
If you find it.
if I find the fucking thing. Oh, fun times. Anyway, let's dive into all of the news of this week for the rest of the show. Jesse may have played a lot of Ninja Gaiden 4, and we played it across multiple devices, but we didn't play it on helicopters, I should say, on a screen suspended from both of them, flying through the air, 200 feet wide, and they're sitting on the chopper playing Ninja Gaiden 4. Marketing, people. I don't know who comes up with these ideas and how much money these cost, but it's entertaining.
It pissed off a lot of people who cover video games for some reason. I'm like, it's just a dumb marketing stunt. And they're like, you can't do regular marketing. It's like, I'm sure they're doing regular marketing too. But
why are people angry? Why are
people
angry?
And I was talking about it. Like, there's just this real toxic, angry, I hate everything bent on video game media, social media lately. Like, it's really bad. I honestly can't stand it. And I ended up unfollowing a lot of people. And I kind of feel bad about it, but it's like, Jesus Christ, it's just a dumb, fun marketing event thing, essentially, for them. Kind of curious, how the hell did they even get how did they get it on? That's an enormous screen. How do you power that while it's flying? They just have batteries in it?
It's powered by the helicopter, so the suspension cables have to have batteries, but also they're playing at like this angle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just really silly, but it's very cool.
Largest video game display flown by helicopter. What an award to win. It's fucking so random.
Good for them. Good for them.
When you got those marketing budgets, you got to spend them.
Yeah, absolutely. Where was Keepers?
I mean, that is one of the things I think people also is like, when it's a small niche game, they don't expect to sell crazy. If you spend a lot on marketing, it makes the return on it worse, which hurts the dev. So, like, scope, it also kind of hit Ninja Gaiden 4 where people are like, I wish it looked better. And it's like, that would mean it would cost more. So it's like, if you don't want everything to cost $1 bajillion, then you can't have everything look insanely good and have incredible giant marketing campaigns, because that all just costs money. Yeah. And people don't want to lose money right now.
Before we dive into the news outside of the giant helicopters.
Oh, yeah, we have a few more things in chat.
Tiberius Monk, a member for 1 month, says, good morning, Jesse and John, and to the whole community. Happy to be a month-long supporter of one of the best video game podcasts around, Xbox Era. He's right. If you want to support us directly, outside of just hitting that like button and subscribing on YouTube, you can support us by heading to patreon.com/Xbox Era. It's the best way to do it. It's the best bang for your buck, as they say. So, consider doing that. Tiberius also dropped an additional gift membership for someone to grab. Jay Foley dropped 99 cents and a pair of sunglasses. And congrats to Barry Donnellan, who received that gift membership. Lucky. All right. Next up in news, Sarah Bond had a little conversation about the Xbox Ally and future hardware and all sorts of bits and pieces. Some interesting nuggets here.
Yeah, there's one big bit that everyone's jumped on big time.
Yeah. This is it's super interesting, right? Because we'd heard all the discussion about pricing and stuff at Gamescom and how they were going to announce it, and then they were up in the air. But Sarah Bond did a interview with Variety, and the subject of the Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X's pricing came up, and the direct quote from Sarah Bond, and I'll put the link for the Variety in the chat, just so we're not being dicks. Sarah Bond said, we looked at how do we create multiple options for people, and it really was ASUS because this is their hardware, Bond said Thursday during a launch event for the Ally devices. That is all of their insight into the market, into the feature set, into what people want to determine the ultimate prices of these devices. Yeah, I mean, from a UK perspective, the price is actually pretty great for what the device is. I feel like because of the nature of America is obviously the center of the world, and the nature of games coverage is predominantly American, that $1,000 price point is a bit of a sticker shock. But I don't think that's all ASUS's fault or Microsoft's.
No,
really.
it's one of those weird things where everyone will, depending on who you're talking about, they'll talk about the macroeconomic tariff conditions that are affecting game prices. But then I saw people be like, "Come on, Xbox, why do you keep raising your prices, huh?" And it's like, we know why, because they don't want to lose money, and even if the tariffs went away, the bad thing would be they would never lower them. Like this is the new floor, which sucks. But we know why they went up. They didn't go up just because they were twirling their mustaches and said "mwahaha." Yeah, but also, like, this thing was $900 after the first round of tariffs. The original Ally X went up from $800 to $900. This costs a lot more to make, and the tariffs are higher, so it's up to $1,000 in the U.S. where the tariffs are. It's actually priced fairly reasonably in a lot of other places. It is highly competitive compared to like the Legion Go, which is a lot more money because they went more balls out with the specs. So you have the choice, and it's the whole "this is an Xbox" campaign is literally about how anything that you can give them a bunch of money to play their games on, especially you can sub to PC Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate or any of the Game Pass tiers on this thing now because they all do PC, is an Xbox for them. Yes, it's not going to have full back compatibility according to Jez. Yeah, according to Jez, they are working on potentially like original Xbox and 360 emulation on this. Like, it is an Xbox. The Xbox platform has different games on different devices. It is confusing, and it will always be, and it's on them to make it less confusing for customers, but that is the platform.
Yeah.
The end.
And people just need to get over it. All right?
Get over it. But they're treating it like they're treating it like it's new, even though we knew this ever since it was announced in June. Like it's the next Ally, which is a handheld.
It's just marketing. It is designed to be attention grabbing, and it is grabbing attention. But there's a certain subset of people that really need to. It's really winding them up. I don't know why. Anyway, Sarah made some additional comments in this interview with Variety, saying that they feel good about the value and that they're giving gamers a good price, that the reaction was overwhelming, that they sold out on the Xbox Store and a number of other places around the world. And it should be, they've said here, I like this quote, a real confirmation of something that we know and have been working towards for a really long time, which is gaming should act like all this is very out here now. Gaming should act like all entertainment. It should be something you can have with you anywhere, and you should be able to play any game you want with anyone you want on any device. Now, I know that they've said that last buzz line a lot, but that interestingly, which is gaming should act like all entertainment, like music. I can listen to it via a variety of services wherever I want, on anything I want. It's interesting, but people are very adamant that gaming should not do that. I don't understand why, unless it's some sort of weird tribalistic need to have one company and one device be better than another company and another device. Is that it?
It shifted from platform. It shifted from console wars to whatever, and it always was like, whatever list can we make? What list can we figure out to fight over? And it's funny coming back to like the pricing stuff. U.S. has started walking back anything we can't produce or mine ourselves. Like, turns out, no matter how much you tariff bananas, you can't grow them in Idaho. It just doesn't work. So you can't create all these different deposits that are mostly in China that they're willing to, throw human bodies at to dig up. So maybe there's a chance pricing is better moving forward because eventually everyone just kind of gives in and let's our government have a quote unquote win where things go back to normal.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, it's hopeful. This is now the third confirmation in how long, because she's been doing interviews around the handheld, and it obviously keeps coming up because they're going through their whole prototyping design center for next gen hardware. So yeah, another confirmation that they are working. And people are like, how come they keep talking about it? It's like, well, because it's just, it is a natural thing.
Because someone can
up.
drop a post on Reddit and suddenly the company is going under. It's ridiculous. The full quote here is, we are 100% looking at making things in the future. We have our next-gen hardware in development. We've been looking at prototyping, designing. We have partnerships that we've announced with AMD around it. So that is coming. What we saw here, and this is referencing the Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X, what we saw here was an opportunity to innovate in a new way and to bring gamers another choice in addition to our next-gen hardware. We're always listening to what players and creators want. When there is demand for innovation, we're going to build it. Fair enough. Fair enough. There's another confirmation. Next time someone says Xbox is dead, there's another confirmation that it's not. Yeah. Cool. Cool. I really
HBO Max has raised all prices on all plans, effective immediately.
God
Thanks,
damn it,
HBO Max.
Series S.
That's the one I don't have, but I just haven't had HBO Max ever that I can remember.
Yeah. It's fun times.
Got a membership renewal from the lovely Jay Foley.
Oh my God, Jay Foley has just been all over us. I feel like loved. It's really good. Jay Foley says Ninja Gaiden 4 70 and Keeper was 30, and more games to come to Game Pass, showing that $30 a month is still worth your money. Have a good day, guys. Yeah, I mean, it whether your Game Pass Ultimate is for you or not, there's two things here. People are mad because it is great. Having the opportunity to play all of this stuff for a monthly fee is great. The problem is now is that the monthly fee is to a degree that people are like, is that great for me? Is that in the realm of, I don't really care about $30 a month? If the answer is no, well then it's not for you. But if you play a shit ton of games, it is a no-brainer.
And they've definitely been doing
I've
work.
got a special guest. I'm coming back. You carry on talking. I'm still here.
They've definitely been doing work on Game Pass Premium to try and make it for the people who are like, I don't need everything right away. I have this big backlog. And all your day one ports come over to this anyway. So like Supermarket Simulator looks like good dumb fun, and then all of a sudden you're just playing Supermarket Simulator for friggin' 20 hours because it's way better than you would have ever thought, and you never would have played it without it being in a subservice like this. So man, it's Game Pass Essentials still doesn't feel that worth it, but Game Pass Premium, I think, shot from being kind of pointless to making a lot of sense for the people who aren't desperate to play everything right away and can wait. So definitely feels like moving forward, they want a reason for the people who do the 15 or the people who do the 18 on PC or the people who do the 30 for everything everywhere. It will be interesting, and it is on them to keep, adding the 75 plus day one, which does not or should not include ports like it's day one anywhere. So a game hitting 1.0, if it's only in Ultimate, I think that's when they'll count it. But like all those day one ports, like Supermarket Simulator and a bunch of other ones that hadn't been on the platform before, are going right into Premium. So yeah, it's interesting. And also, Supermarket Simulator is way too goddamn fun for how stupid it is. But it's another one of those games where it's like, you think it's going to be this tiny little janky thing, then you realize it's actually this whole giant city, and you're building an entire actual supermarket slowly. Like, I have missed playing it because I've been working on so much stuff, but yeah.
Fun times. Yeah. Elsewhere in news, this is an interesting one. This is a little report that I spotted on Eurogamer earlier today. I'll put a link in the chat for folks to go and read it of their own accord.
Not go on Reddit, because Reddit's evil.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, blockbuster games are not really sustainable, says former God of War lead producer, I think, at Sony Santa Director of Product Development, excuse my French, at Sony Santa Monica Studios. This is put together by Ed Nightingale, Deputy News Editor over at Eurogamer. And Megan Morgan Junio said that games need to be fun first. She left her position as director of product development at Sony Santa Monica Studios, where she worked on the God of War series, and discussed the current state of blockbuster game dev with PC Gamer at Gamescom Asia. I think it's already not really sustainable in terms of the cost of development. There's been a ton of layoffs, and a lot of what is focused on is the west coast of the US, and it's clearly because the minimum costs are so high. Development costs will necessitate that big publishers create new pathways. Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
There you go.
It's the thing we keep hearing over and over again. But then when scope does change, people are like, this feels old or cheap. And it's like, well, you got to throw money at it to feel the biggest and most modern. That is just the way it ends up going on a lot of stuff. If you try to properly scope and really focus on what you are and what you want to do and not try and be an everything game, you're not going to feel like the biggest everything games. And it's one of those things like, I want indie games and I want to support the devs. That's why I wait till they're 80% off on Steam 2 years after launch to buy them. It's like, well, you're not actually doing any of that. This drives me crazy.
Anyway, for the full interview, this was just a little extract that was pulled out, but you can go read the full interview over on PC Gamer as the original people, which I'll put a link in the chat as well. It won't let me. Oh, okay. It's too long. Sorry, PC Gamer. I would put it in there, but it'll be on the website eventually. Yeah.
We put it all up there.
Next up, if you missed it, we've spoken a little bit about Ninja Gaiden 4 and Outer Worlds and Keeper. The Outer Worlds 2 and Keeper have new dynamic backgrounds available for your Xbox Series consoles. Does Ninja Gaiden 4 have one?
I don't know. I never actually looked.
They should do that.
If it does, I don't know.
I think.
But I did put up a little news story. It's a lightly animated Outer Worlds 2 one that is set to have most of the focus be in the spot you can actually see, which is nice. The upper third.
Keepers is really nice as well.
Yeah.
If you want to customize your Xbox, you can go do that now. Elsewhere, Football Manager fans should be aware that if they've signed a deal with FIFA, mate. Now, this is interesting to me because FIFA, as a game that we used to know, that is now FC with EA, does this mean that it's exclusive to Football Manager as the license, or is it just for Football Manager?
FIFA,
and
the overall organization, not FIFA the clubs or FIFA the players. So FIFA the club and FIFA the players are their own thing that have been. FIFA the organization is the World Cup and their stuff. Like, that's it. So the main thing for this is like you can have FIFA events in Football Manager now, like the World Cup. But the actual players and everything are already there because that's a different organization that doesn't seem to be nearly as corrupt. Probably is, but allegedly, supposedly. But like
either way,
yeah, the overall body of FIFA that oversees the World Cup and other stuff, who wanted $1 billion a year just for that. Yeah, they're the less relevant thing compared to all the players and the teams, which are what everyone actually wants in the games.
Yeah, this adorable cat now, after wanting to come in, now wants to go out. So I have to go and do that. But yeah, they've signed a multi-year partnership with Football Manager. So this will bring official licenses for FIFA's biggest competitions to the Football Manager series, including the FIFA World Cup 2026, held in Canada, Mexico, and the USA.
For now, we'll see. He keeps threatening people, and none of the players want to travel there.
All the foreign clubs will come over, and they'll be like, get him. Ice will descend. Anyway, while I'm letting this cat out, it's a cat focus show today. Jesse's going to tell you all about how well Ball Pit has done, because it's done very well for itself, hasn't it, Jesse?
It has. Ball Pit, which despite being an Xbox Game Pass, somehow now has 300,000 units sold. That's not players. And it has been weird with Ball Pit where they do not mention Game Pass in any of their marketing, and it seems to have worked. So I guess I shouldn't call it weird. I should call it normal that when Devolver puts a game into Game Pass, they never say it's in Game Pass. All the Ball Pit marketing just talks about the game being available for purchase, and it's worked pretty well. This mainly one developer and his friends. He doesn't pretend. It's not the Jeff Keighley made by one guy and his 9 friends. But Ball Pit, really good game. In Game Pass, fully play anywhere, which I seemingly somehow had to tell multiple people in gaming media who were like, this seems like a perfect game for the Ally. You get it on that. And it's like, it launched into that. But again, they really didn't market that this is in Game Pass. You don't see it like anywhere, which is interesting. Like Devolver was happy to take that bag. But it's worked. They've now sold 300,000 units of this very good, I imagine very cheap to make overall, because it's, just a small handful of people making a basic polygon type of game. It's not some crazy tech showcase type of thing. These are the types of successes that a lot of bigger companies are chasing. And the reality is,
I would love to have all these successes.
You just have to shotgun out a bunch of really cool little stuff, and you'll know when one of them's really good, and then you can push it, and maybe it hits. Like Megabonk is one guy who was like, I like Vampire Survivors. What if it had cool movement? And made an amazing game. And Ball Pit is, I like, these
Arkanoid.
types of, so Brick Breaker, Arkanoid, and there was one that Arkanoid is a ripoff of another game. I think it might just be Brick Breaker. But it was a good one. Like, it was a good clone in the age of everything is a clone of something else. And at some point, you unlock a guy who literally gives you the big thing to bounce back all the balls. Ball Pit's great. It's in Game Pass. It's also $15 or something if you want to buy it and have it forever, which drives me crazy with the way people talk about owning games. It's like you own a license to the game that can be revoked at any time, no matter the platform you're on, if it's not GOG, which doesn't have most games.
Yeah. But yeah, congrats to Kenny Sun and friends.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is, again, an awesome achievement. And just goes to show, much to the point of that God of War director of product development, it's got to be fun first. Worry about how the fruit animates when you shoot it later. Like, find the fun in your game first. Completely agree. Mm-hmm. In other news, as we come towards the end of the show, Marvel Rivals has a new Zombies Players versus Everyone mode coming. I don't
Players
play
versus
Marvel
environment. People yell at you. It's a not PvP.
Oh.
So,
sorry, I am tired.
Yeah.
I did know what PvE means.
People versus the computer for the first time in Marvel Rivals.
Computer.
And it's pulling right off of the Marvel Zombies animated show, it seems like, because it's all about Scarlet Witch. When the actual original Marvel Zombies comic was like really smart zombies, which made it way scarier because it was Captain America and a whole bunch of other Avengers who are still themselves but need to eat people to survive. And they do it. And it was creepy as shit, as where the cartoon that just came out, while it was fine, was very much classic movie zombies in focus instead. But yeah, Marvel Rivals plays well, and so I think it is cool to finally have something that isn't like a meta fighting other people and getting yelled at if you don't do it in a specific way type of game. It'd be cool.
Yeah, this is very neat.
Yeah.
I like it when developers just add cool stuff like this.
Yep. It's the spooky season, after all.
It is. You get you got Fortnite Mares at the moment is on.
You see, I didn't put it in there. Are you interested in the next season of Fortnite? It is
Am I?
The Simpsons, and they rebuild the entire island into being like Springfield.
I've heard about this. Nick's going to go mad.
That is when we do the thanks I hate it, and then we all like it, and so the show doesn't work.
Yeah. Apparently Simpsons is coming to Fortnite in terms of the whole map will be Springfield, the nuclear power station, everything, and it will be cel shaded like the cartoon. I mean, I really like the sound of that. It's a really cool tie-in.
And when you don't have the building, it makes it a lot more fun when you don't have to build.
Because they've announced a Simpsons movie again. Is it 2026 or 2027?
I think it was 2027. I think it was like exactly 20 years or something after the first one, or more. Marge has no voice anymore, so like the actress who plays her just doesn't have her voice anymore. It's almost gone, so it's gonna be weird.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, it's been really rough on the cartoon's fine. It's still going strong. People still like it on the whole, but yeah, they're very old people now.
It's crazy. So that's cool. Last couple of news stories now. Silent Hill, Konami, the head of Silent Hill, talked a little bit about why they announced 3 games all at once. And this is auto-translated by
Grok.
Twitter's Grok AI. But yeah, Abake Magura, I don't know how to pronounce that, and apologies for butchering it. Says,
No emphasis, so it'd be Emake Magura.
Yeah. 3 years ago in 2022, we announced 3 titles, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill F, and Silent Hill Townfall. However, we didn't want to just announce a single remake or what you might call a cautious remake. We wanted people to first feel our seriousness in reviving the series. Developing a remake and a new title simultaneously naturally involves risks, but we wanted to convey our commitment first and foremost. For the series, it's the announcement of a new title that truly shows a vision for the future. Users won't feel motivated to engage with an IP unless they can sense that future. If the company takes a cautious approach, the users will do the same. The company needs to show its seriousness first so that users can get genuinely excited. That's only fair, isn't it? I think that's a fair comment. Fair comment. I wonder if Halo Studios are going to take that on board when...
Those are all the rumors. But it is crazy. Silent Hill is one of those things you think is a lot bigger than it is. But it took Silent Hill 2 Remake hitting 2.5 million sold and Silent Hill F hitting over 1 million in a day to push the whole series over 10 million total. And there's been a lot of Silent Hill games. It's kind of like the Persona thing, where you think it's way bigger than it was, but it took Persona going multiplat to go over 10 million for its lifetime, even though like it had been going for like 20-something years, but it was always only on PlayStation.
Mad.
But also Silent Hill 2 Remake is 2.5 million, but that's only been on PlayStation and PC, whereas Silent Hill F hit 1 million in a day, being everywhere. So hopefully at some point we get Silent Hill 2 on Xbox. The remake is just going to probably be delayed again by the game going into Plus, PS Plus, because I would not be shocked if like their contract is, all right, we'll do marketing, we'll give you money, we get it for a year, and then we get the right to put it in PS Plus if we want to pay at the end of that year, and all that extends exclusivity. That would be my guess. But I really like Silent Hill F. I liked it more than what I played of Silent Hill 2, but I liked Silent Hill 2 Remake. Like, it wasn't bad or anything. So yeah, I'm happy to see Konami actually making games again. Yeah.
And the last news story, I think we've heard bits and pieces on this, but there's some more of it here. And this is the Sleeping Dogs movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this guy? Is this
wow, you don't know Simu Liu.
I have no idea. Who is it?
They all look the same to you, huh?
Oh, come on. I don't follow anybody famous.
He is Shang-Chi. He was it Kim's Convenience? I think was a Canadian sitcom that everyone was supposed to be really funny. But Shang-Chi himself working has written a draft of a script for Sleepy Dogs, and he showed off his sleepy dog to show it up. He's been wanting to make a movie on this for a long time. And so they're still trying. Sleeping Dogs was a good game, heavily influenced by John Woo and a lot of that cinema from the area. I am hopeful. I think it could be good. He's a good actor. He can be funny, very funny, and Sleeping Dogs had some good humor in it. So and some crazy action, which also he was very good at in Shang-Chi, and he'll be in Avengers Doomsday quite a bit supposedly. So.
Good times.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Big thank you to Jay Foley again, who dropped a celebratory cat emoji.
A purple cat.
$1.50 as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay. And he was very good as one of the Kens in the Barbie movie.
Yes, he was. Okay, now I remember.
Now you know. Okay, just to bring up Barbie, and everything comes down back to the Barbie movie.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's it.
Michael Cera.
It's like
just the Barbie movie.
Yep. That's about all in video game news for this somewhat cloudy Tuesday afternoon.
We'll be back with a very busy Thursday of talking about video games, including The Outer Worlds 2, which review will go live 1 hour before the show. Or maybe more. No, we're going to be late on Thursday. So you've got a thing.
Why are we going to be late on Thursday?
Because you've got the thing.
I am going to be late.
Yeah, so Thursday's headlines, because John has a thing for work, will probably be a few hours late.
Is saying a thing for work, an Xbox Series thing, a cover to stop Trav from judging me inappropriately?
I mean, it's to let people know you will be doing a thing for games coverage.
Correct.
Right before we normally go live. So instead, we'll probably be live around dinner time for your kids, which is hilarious.
It will probably, honestly, we'll probably push it to like an evening one.
Okay.
Or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
so it might be like 4 or 5 hours
be.
late, like maybe 2 or 3 US, 7 or 8 Britain.
Yeah, something like
6,
that.
7, 8. We'll see.
We'll see.
It will be
see how
scheduled.
goes. It will. We'll schedule it once I know the
It'll
timing
be
of
about the Outer
things.
Worlds too.
But until then, there are plenty of fantastic video games out, including Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4.
There's too many
and
more coming.
to go and enjoy. So, don't do that. Don't argue on the internet with people. Just ignore them and go play all these wonderful things that so many talented individuals have put together for us. Or be like Oreo and get in a box. We'll be back on Thursday at some point, and we'll confirm to the community when that will be. But until then, you can find us and all of our content on xboxera.com. Don't forget to hit like on the way out. And if you want to support us directly, head to patreon.com/xboxera. It is easily the best way that you can help keep us going. That's it. That's the end of the show. We'll see you soon. Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.
Feelings you see are so hard to believe. All the chaos I have in my heart. Devils I make and the love can't relate. All the solace inside tears me up. Take me away, set me on fire. There's no other way. Give me a reason, 'cause I got nothing to gain. So what are we doing now? Feeling complacent, I cannot be contained. I'm so lost and lonely now. Weaving deceits is so easy for me, 'cause the loathing I've had from the start. Evil disease, all the hatred it breeds, as I'm down on my knees, torn apart. Take me away, set me on fire. There's no other way. Seek online. Get tickets as low as 130 TOB. You might also like Paranoid and Aroused, Korn, Down Bad, Taylor Swift, The Alchemy, Taylor Swift. Give me a reason.